this blood on the curtain? The radiator's half hanging off. What's all this on the divan? Stains everywhere. And rips. Hi folks, and welcome back. So today we're here at Norbreck Castle up in Blackpool. Now it's voted the worst hotel in Blackpool with only 2.2 stars out of 5 on TripAdvisor. But for rooms under £40 a night, can it really be that bad? We're going to go inside and find out. One thing I will add though is it's about an hour and a half minutes walk to the pleasure beach. So it's not really in the centre, but parking's only £3 for 24 hours, so you can't have everything. Come on, let's get inside, let's go. As the name suggests, Norbreck Castle is in the design of a castle from the outside. Once you go in, the lobby area is really big, to be fair, and check-in was really quick. You can't check in before 3 p.m. though, so you will get turned away if you do arrive earlier. The staff were great at check-in and gave me all the information I needed about the hotel. Walking through the lobby, you can head to the lift area. The lifts looked a bit old and dated, so I decided to take the stairs instead. Though getting the exercise was great, the hotel in the common areas does smell really old and musty. My room was on the first floor, and we were soon up there and on our way into the room. So we're in the room here at the Norbreck Castle Hotel here in Blackpool. And this is just a standard double room, and it is one with windows because you can get ones without windows as well. You can also get single rooms, and you can get suites if that's your thing. This cost me £39 for the night, and as you can see, it's fairly basic in the room. So when you come in, you've got the bathroom on your left there, and then you've got the bed here on your right. And the bed's, it is a double room, like I said, so it is actually for 2 people, but the bed is pushed up against the wall on one side. You haven't got a bedside table either, so you've got nowhere to put like maybe your watch, maybe your wallet, maybe your phone or anything. And needless to say, there's no power sockets around the bed either. It is just a double bed. It looks a bit lumpy at the moment. I'll let you know in the verdict later how it was to sleep on. There are light switches just above the bed that can that control all the lights to the room. So you've got the 2 behind the bed, and you've got the 1 up on the ceiling there. The bed has seen better days. The side of the bed has got stains on it. It is a bit damaged as well. The bed sheets look okay, but it doesn't look great to begin with. Elsewhere in the room though, you have got the wardrobe as well, and to be fair, it's a decent size. You've got plenty of space in there to hang stuff up, and you've even got a luggage rack as well if you need that. Next to the wardrobe, you have got a little chest of drawers there, which you can pop stuff in, or maybe put some of your stuff on if you want to. Behind the wardrobe is a door to, I want to say, another room maybe. Luckily the wardrobe's in the way, so hopefully overnight we don't get any unwanted guests coming in. As I said, this is a room with windows because you can get them without. Unfortunately, I am on the first floor here, and the room just looks out onto the air conditioning units, as you can see. The windows are fairly dirty as well, but to be fair, the paint around the windows actually looks quite new and clean. Elsewhere in the room, you have got a desk. It's a decent sized desk, and you have got a power socket just next to it as well, just in case you want to do any work. The chair, the black leather chair that goes with the desk, actually looks like it's new. I mean, it looks really spotless, which you can't say about everything in the room. As well as that, you have got tea and coffee making facilities as well. And that kettle, as you can see, is spotless as well. So maybe it's new, or maybe no one ever uses it, who knows. But you have got tea and coffee making facilities there in case you need it. There is also just an information sheet on the desk as well, just telling you about the hotel and everything. over from the desk, you have actually got the TV in the room here. It's just a little flat screen TV, but it should be more than enough really, as the bed is only here. We'll give that a go as well, and we'll come back to you in the verdict show about that. There's no air conditioning in the room, and that is pretty much it. You have got a mirror just above the desk as well, which I just didn't mention, but that is there as well. And you have got a radiator in the room just in case maybe it's cold and you need the heating on. That's the main part of the room for you folks. So we're going to go in and take a look at the bathroom now. Okay folks, so we're going to head into the bathroom, and one thing you will notice that the door does get stuck on the floor, and it's pretty cracked and chipped all the way up the door. In fact, the hinges are actually coming out at the bottom there. But it does still work, so, you know, at least it does that. Inside the bathroom, it's actually a decent size. You've got a towel rail just on the inside here, where you've got your towels on there. You've got a bath towel and a hand towel as well. You've then got your toilet roll holder and a spare toilet roll just in case you need it. You've got the toilet as well just in there, and that is actually really clean when you have a look at it, which is great. You've got your wash basin just next to the toilet, and to be fair, that is actually spotless as well. You have got a little soap that they give you as well just on there, and that is wrapped so it hasn't been used before. Above the wash basin, you have got a mirror where you can then have a look at yourself when you maybe washing your face or brushing your teeth, which is great. There's a shower and bath in there as well. Now it does have a shower curtain, but again, miraculously, it is actually quite clean looking. And you have got a shower mat there as well, just in case you need to use it. The shower itself looks okay. The head has seen better days, I'm not going to lie, but the bathtub itself looks relatively clean. There is a waste paper bin as well, just in there, just in case you need to pop anything in there. As always with the bathroom, we'll see how it goes overnight and we'll report back in the morning to you. So folks, we've covered the room and the bathroom for now. As always, we'll come back in the verdict show in the morning and let you know how it acted overnight and any nuances or any plus points from our stay in the room. So for now, we will go on a tour of the hotel and see what else there is to see here at Norbreck Castle Hotel in Blackpool. Come on, let's go. Once out of the room, you're back into the musty smelling, aging hallways of the hotel. Down the stairs and you're onto the ground floor. Now, there is an amusement arcade within the hotel. However, like many things, it was closed today. As you can see, it is fairly basic, with only a pool table, an air hockey table, and a few arcade machines in there. Continuing the theme of things that are closed, you have Copperface Jack's, which is a bar within the hotel, and this was closed as well. I am led to believe it does open on the weekends though, in the evening. The lobby area is huge and there's plenty of seating. Going through the door on the far side of the lobby, you come in to the Java Lounge Cafe Bar with plenty of seating looking out over the car park and onto the seafront. This is where you'll find Castle's restaurant as well, which serves breakfast, lunch and dinner. Moving on from Castle's, you come to the Conservatory Bar, which is where they hold the bingo and cabaret nights. As you can see, it's a really good size. However, the bar is a bit on the small side for the size of the room. So folks, I hope you enjoyed the tour of the hotel there. I'm going to try and get some sleep for the night now, so I'll see you in the morning. Night night. Hi folks, and morning. So, how did I sleep here at Norbreck Castle last night? Well, weirdly, the bed is kind of comfy. The mattress doesn't offer much support. It isn't the firmest in the world. It's generally quite soft. The thing that put me off a little bit was obviously the stains on the base of the bed, and how bad that was. Also just the general cleanliness in the room as well. You don't have a relaxing night's sleep. It doesn't feel clean. Now, the bedding looked clean, but just the general sense of the room makes you just feel a little bit like, it's not the best, is it? Having said that, there wasn't that much noise last night, so I am at the back of the hotel, so you're not going to get traffic noise, which is a bonus. It does give you a terrible view of the air conditioning units, though. There was some noise in the corridor, people walking past, shutting the doors. You do get that in most hotels, but it was really loud in this one. The soundproofing isn't quite there. You could hear other people's bathrooms during the night, and especially this morning as well, which wasn't great. Did it affect my sleep? Maybe a little bit. It's just a bit of a nuisance, to be fair. It's not what you want. You want a nice, relaxing break, normally from a hotel room. And I don't think you get that here. And maybe that's why it ranks as the worst hotel. You've got bits coming off the radiator. The bathroom door is almost falling off. There's stains on the carpet and on the divan bed as well. There's also stains on the curtains, and I'm not going to lie, it looks like blood. It could be something else. Maybe it's plaster or something, I don't know, paint. I mean, none of the room's painted that colour, so maybe it is blood, who knows. But it's just like, I know it's £40 for the night, £39 I paid. You can get cheaper rooms, but if you call it £40 for the night, then you go, well, it's not a lot of money, and it is a bed for the night at the end of the day, but you're an hour and 30 minutes walk from the centre of Blackpool, which isn't great. The hotel, it smells old in like the common areas, so in the lobby, on the stairs. It just has a really almost like old smell to it, is the best way I can probably describe it. The room smells pretty much the same, to be fair. Obviously there's bits falling apart in the room, which isn't great. There are newer bits as well, like the kettle seems brand new, it's clean. However, the tea and coffee spoons have seen a lot better days. Like, A, it's got a bent handle there, as you can maybe see, and B, if you can see that, it's still got coffee stains on the spoon, if you can see that. So that isn't great. You've got stains in the coffee mugs and on the spoons as well, which you don't want. The desk is also a bit marked up. I struggle with the worst hotel in anywhere, because you're always going to find worse, surely. And that at the end of the day, this is a roof over your head. I was just checking to make sure the roof wasn't actually leaking. It's not. It is a roof over your head. It is a bed for the night, and you have only paid £40 for it. However, even if I'm paying £40, I still want a decent level of room. I want things to work properly. Fair enough, have a sparse room. You don't have to have air conditioning. This place doesn't have air conditioning. You don't have to have a TV, maybe. You don't have to have the radiator. But let's have a bathroom door that isn't falling off, and let's have a clean bed. And I know some people might come in and go, I'm only paying £40, so I'll just treat the room like it's nothing, like it's not mine. I'll break stuff, I'll do whatever. And the hotel will be constantly having to maintain that. But I'd stay somewhere else, to be fair, instead of here. It's not in the centre. It is £40 a night, which is the one thing that's going for it. But it's just, you want to go to a hotel and feel relaxed, feel a little bit special. You're on holiday, it's got to be enjoyable. This place isn't. What I would say is the shower works fine, the toilet works fine, the wash basin works fine as well. There's not really any amenities in there too much. You've got a little bar of soap and you've got the hand wash as well. But It does all work. Now, I can't promise you'll feel clean using the towels after the shower. Although they looked cleanish, there was some marks on them. And once you've slept in the bed, although the bedding does look clean, you're just left with a little bit, almost like skin crawling a little bit. And that, just for the state of the rest of the room, you're just like, oh, has this been washed since the last person? I imagine it has, but it does cross your mind. Hotel as a whole, so obviously with it being, it is summer here in the UK, but it was a Tuesday night last night. And as you saw on the walkabout tour of the hotel, everywhere is closed in the hotel. And it's a shame really, because they have got, you know, they've got the pub, they've got the coffee place, they've got the stage set up, there's the amusement arcade, which looked pretty naff, but it was closed anyway. So, and all of them were closed last night. And I understand that maybe, you know, the lady on the front desk said, oh, they're quiet in the week, so they're not open. But also, if you're quiet in the week, just upgrade people. Like, you don't have to give them a suite, but just upgrade people to a better room. If there is a better room, to be fair, and I wouldn't pay the money to get a suite here either. I'd save that money and go somewhere in the centre of town, somewhere a bit nicer, to be fair. I think that's covered everything about the hotel, folks. I can honestly say I won't be staying here again, unless maybe you pay me to. And even then I probably won't be. I hope you've enjoyed the review of the hotel. I hope it's given you an insight, maybe helped you pick your next hotel if you're coming to Blackpool. Feel free to drop a comment, say maybe what you think the worst hotel in Blackpool is, or if you've stayed here and maybe thought it wasn't that bad. As always, folks, happy travels, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.
So folks, this is where the video would normally end. However, just as I was leaving the room, a seagull flew up to the window and started knocking on the window. Like, it wanted me to open the window and throw some bread out. Whether this is something that happens at the hotel and maybe other guests do it, I don't know. But it was a comical way to end the stay anyway, and I thought I'd just share it with you as well. As you can see, the seagull right there. So folks, now it's definitely bye. Catch you on the next one. See you later.